Well, here's how the mixed doubles draw has worked out. Obviously, you saw that first semi-final earlier. Will the number 5 seeds prevail? They are red-hot favourites to do so against the Koreans. It's always one of the biggest days in badminton. Semi-finals at the All England.
Badminton Championships 2025. Time to welcome the players onto the Minoru Yoneyama court in the mixed doubles semi-final. Give it up for Korea's Lee Jong-min, Chae Yoon-jung. And their opponents are number 5 seeds from China, Feng Yan.
So the two pairs on their way to court, as you can see. They had to fight the crowd yesterday, these two, as well as their opponents. They were up against the mares, Greg and Jenny. Of course, had the lion's share of support in the hall. They came through. This is going to be a step up, you would think, though, against the Chinese pair of Feng and Wei.
All right, I have black or red. Red? It's red. Yes. Receive? Who receives? Lee?
Side.
You serve? That side? Have a good match.
Just getting their breath back, probably, the crowd, after that fantastic first semi-final. So I wonder what we're going to get from these four. Just 18 years of age, Jung-min. Wouldn't take any notice of that ranking. Obviously, they're a new pair. They got to the semi-finals at the Orléans Masters last weekend. His career earnings, by the way, less than $3,000 US. They win this thing, it's 100,000 plus. That will boost the bank balance. And his partner, Chae Yoon-jung, who's 11 years older than Lee, and of course a world champion, won the title with Teo Sung-jae a couple of years ago. As well as 6 World Tour titles, and got to the final here in 2023. Had a 3-game battle with the Danes, Vestergaard and Bush, in the first round. Since then, not been a problem. And on the other side of the net, their Chinese opponents, Feng Yanzhe, Wei Xin. "6'5", Feng. Of course, was ranked at number 1 with Han Dongping, who we saw in that previous match. Won the Asian Championships last year with her 12 World Tour titles. And actually, they were runners-up as a pair as recently as January. Malaysia Open. And now playing with Wei Xin, 24 years of age. She actually started as a singles player. Actually won a World Junior Championship bronze in singles in 2018. 10 World Tour titles with Jun Chenbang, including the India Open in January. So both these players have actually won titles with their previous partners this year, and they have not been extended at all. Well, half an hour pretty much for each of those 3 wins. It's quite frightening form, Chris, at this level, isn't it?
100%, and I think that's one of the things that was quite alarming, to be totally honest. I was surprised how comfortably they had won all their rounds. 34 minutes, the longest match so far for them, which is very, very quick.
Well, we had a turn-up in our first semi-final. This would be, I think, an even bigger shock if Lee and Chae found a way to come through. But stranger things have happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Feng and Wei Yaxin, China. And on my left, Lee Jong-min and Cha Yu-jun, Korea. Wei Yaxin, the serve to Lee Jong-min. Lovell. Play.
They get very good value for your ticket today, those in the crowd. This is just the second of 5 semi-finals. Well, he was excellent yesterday, Chris, for an 18-year-old in a huge match, big arena, playing against an English pair that were getting all the crowd support. He was really composed, wasn't he?
100%, and I was impressed just with his attitude in regards to didn't get carried away, didn't look nervous, didn't age, he just looked calm and composed the whole match, and he played to a good level consistently through the match, and it was really impressive from such a young player, 18 years old. Being 18 is one thing, you're very young, but he hasn't had the experience at this level. He's not really had much time on tour. Compare that to somebody like Alex Lanier, who's only 2 years older, but feels like he's been on tour forever.
Yeah.
I know he hasn't, but he's a lot more experienced now. But I think it's an amazing start to his mixed doubles league.
It's a whole spate of young players now, aren't there? I mean, OCM's only 23. Obviously, the Chinese women's doubles pair, Tan and Lu, 20 and 21.
It's an amazing thing now. You've got a lot of young players coming through. I think COVID was a bit of an issue at the time for some of the other young players coming through because they couldn't get in the tournaments because the rankings froze, and obviously they weren't exposed to high-level competition. But now, again, you've got a lot of really good young players coming through.
Serves over. 4.
Just a little bit of a nervy start from Wei so far.
Almost seemed to freeze there. Both on the same side of the court. The shuttle kind of just floated the same side.
And Lee, he thinks Chae's going for it. She does go for it, but she doesn't move enough, and then it's one of those situations you just look at each other.
Yeah, she went for it kind of 75%, didn't she? And it was too late for Lee to adjust.
Chae was just saying she couldn't see the shuttle. So needed to move slightly the Chinese. 5-4. Must be able to see the shuttle.
Was a challenge here from the Chinese pair. No joy with that.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 6-4. Play.
He's so aggressive on the return of serve.
Serve is over.
Being a tall guy, he's have a slight advantage in that situation. Reaches forward there. Very difficult for Lee to get it away. Much better rally there from Wei.
6-all.
Really sharp again. This is what we expect from her.
7-6.
Starting to find his range now. Feng.
8-6.
It's so tough for any mixed doubles player to defend against him because he can jump pretty high, but his angle, his power, he's got devastating attack overhead. Frustration for Feng after that because he knows that's an easy point. He's gifted away there. Doesn't even have to win it on that one. It could be the next one or the shot after that.
Serves over. 9-7.
保持好你心态啊。
Can't give the lift away because if you do, the attack from the Chinese is just so good. You just can't really afford to lift. You've got to try and find another answer. You've got to try and push it in the mid.
Yeah, from mid-court, comes down from such a height, the trajectory makes it nigh on impossible to defend against.
Serves over. 8-10.
Great serve. But again, it's too easy for the Chinese to get in the attack.
So 11-8 it is at the mid-game break. It's going to form so far after 8 minutes of play. Well, just to note that after this match, our next game on court will be the first men's singles semi-final. Chae against Li Feng. Chae, the world #1, trying to win this title after a 7-year absence against Li Feng, who's been pretty much exemplary so far. It's actually a repeat of the 2023 All-England final, that one. And it follows immediately after the conclusion of this second mixed doubles semi. Well, brilliant defense from Chae to keep the Koreans alive at that point.
11. Serves over. 12-9.
Just caught out by the serve.
Yeah, great serve, great flick. Saw how effective variation of the serve could be in the last mixed doubles, the last two rallies. Totally catches Lee by surprise. And it makes everything more complicated just because Lee is in a situation where he knows he can't lift. He's maybe thinking his quality on every other shot needs to be even better so that he can get the attack.
Serve is over. 10-14.
자신 있으면 남자한테 드라이브 서브만 넣어도 돼. 타이밍 잘 잡고. 接发球啊，接发球出来。
Service for called.
Well, that's not going to help his demeanour.
Service over.
First time we've had a service fault called by the service judge today. Serving from too high up, 115 centimetres is the limit.
Every time the Koreans lift, within 3 overhead attacking shots, they're at the ends. So because of that, man, his attack's so dangerous. It's the reason why the longest match they've had so far has been 34 minutes, just because every pair they've played has really struggled with his attack so far in this tournament. Do feel he is trying to almost send a message in this tournament. His partnership, he was world #1, well, still is world #1, sorry, but obviously the partnership being split up and changed around, he's trying to show people that he is very dominant in any partnership that he's in.
Serves over. 11-17.
Did the hard work.
Yeah. Serves over. 18-11.
This one he does amazing to turn that. Exactly, he wants to lift to get on the attack.
Serves over. 12-18.
How they kept this alive? They couldn't last. Great rally though. Long way down when you're 6'5".
Referee.
하나 드라이브 받더라도 빨리 가가지고 걸어주고 약간 조심하게 그냥 빗방울 한다고
Well, she's been busy, that doctor. That looks a bit nasty.
It's definitely going to be a challenge now to stop that bleeding on a knee.
这边都好几个出界了。 不要信，就是这个球，不要往那碰，越碰那球没球，你压人这种球，点的你人出来一点，对吧？要不然老在脑袋这里，他压不住。
세니까 갖다 안 대고 그냥 때려버려. 오면은 그냥 반대로 올려버려. 대각선 없으면 직선에다 하나 쳐버려. 짧게 안 붙이려 생볼만.
Well, she's earning her money here this morning, the doctor. Well,
Problem is here as well, because obviously sweating, anything to stick is going to be difficult.
Yeah.
You put anything on a joint that bends as well, it's very, very difficult. Just getting the blood wiped off the actual court itself.
Thank you.
well, they seem to have stopped the bleeding.
All right. Feng.
Problem is, if the next time he goes sliding on that knee, it's going to open up again, isn't it? You would imagine.
Yeah. Well, the other problem is obviously continuous bending it, isn't it? Is when he lunges and everything.
13-18.
Hopefully the doctor's works a bit of magic and it will. Injected pace and then he's just ready. He's got such a strong arm, mid-court and overhead.
19-13.
This has been quite comfortable so far for the Chinese.
Out the back, and here are 7 gain points
20. Game point 13.
for the number 5 seed.
Serves over. 14-20.
It's long, and that'll be game. 21 points to 14. We had a shock in our opening semi-final. This one, so far, is going to form. First blood here to Feng and Wei. They lead 1 game to love.
这种球没有别啰嗦，你不要哎，你看太猛了，哎就扯，扯完就往后面走，对吧？你就是让去把它扯，没跟到他，明白吗？小风把球对角线有耐心点，别骑到反击，一反击他一怼出来，你自己很难受，就这样反出来，给他拿风打不住有效率，他是能抓得到球，但是没力，我下一回这种球很难。 给他拦住也没关系啊，能有机会反过头往前走，没有机会抽出来，注意下一盘他不会轻易反下。好，我主动。
저도 되는데 누가 빨리 움직이면서 네가 뭔가 시도하고 뭔가 하려고 해서 실수를 못하고 안전하게 해서 두드려 맞다. 누나한테 빠진 거 네가 해 먼저 드라이브 보고 빨리 때리고 적극적으로 움직이란 말이야. 그냥 올라가고 세게 올라가서 중간 볼만 쳤어야
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Second game.
So Feng and Wei looking to carry on where they left off. First game.
I have to say as well,
One loss.
it's going to be a humongous task for the Koreans to find a solution to somehow turn this around. I think Feng just totally controlled the first game.
Two love.
Really good rally here. Great defense from the Koreans.
아,
I think they're going to have to really try and isolate Wei and keep the shuttle on her.
Two threes overhit now. Lee. Beautiful piece of disguise there.
Yeah, fantastic shot.
2-3.
Lovely stop drop there.
Slightly late call, but it was long.
4-2.
실수한 거 잊어버리고 그대로.
5-2.
动作小，动作小，一定。
Just an error of judgment from Lee.
6-2.
Well, there seems an inevitability about this, even though it's still relatively early in the second game, but they're just not managing to hurt the Chinese pair, Chae.
Yeah, that's the big thing I felt in the first. If the Chinese had played, you know, a 10 out of 10 and played incredible and won 21-14, okay. But I don't think actually the Chinese played amazing and they won very comfortably 21-14. I think it's just a lot of players are struggling with the big man in this whole Feng. He's been really good so far in this tournament. He just made a simple unforced error there, but I think everyone's just struggled with him. This is why no one's even got close yet. 34 minutes is a, you know, it's a whirlwind, as in it's so quick of a match, and that's the longest they've had so far. If this continues, it's going to be something similar. Such a short lift. This is it, you've got to trouble him, you've got to make him move, and you've got to keep him below tape. Because Feng's obviously a tall guy. If you get him going, you know, he's having to lunge in and stretch, especially below tape. Nowhere near as good. First game, he was all over it though. Pretty much everything is taken above tape in a good position on balance.
Serve 9-4.
Yeah, match time currently is only 26 minutes, but that obviously includes a 2-minute interval plus a few minutes when he was being treated by the doctor. So actually, it's probably even quicker than their stats would suggest so far.
Yeah, and I would agree. You know, a big thing is we haven't had a lot of rallies. I do think, you know, it's easy for me to say it sitting here, but the Koreans have to go for it. All I mean by that is they've got to say if they continue playing the style they're playing, it's going to be incredibly difficult to win. They've almost got to pretend the back of their court's out and step up and put more pressure on the Chinese and try and get the shuttle going in a downward direction and get the attack. Brilliant.
Well, that's impressive. And so's the scoreline from their point of view. 11-5 at the mid-game break.
听懂没有？啊，速度起来，别掉完。我打个边速，我可以调整，边速要起来，不能松散。好，这里拿，别去加力，然后前往下伸那种，你那一加力全部往上翘，没意义的。我人呢就一直卡到这里，我人前面有勾手腕，朝你往下走。 了。这样一拉出来，小冯一打出去，他两个人这样他退回来，他心里面就慌了。你砰砰砰砰砰砰，最后球在我们这里，我们要起球，对不对？就跟他打一场。
게임 해줘야 되고. 야, 재밌게 하자, 재밌게.
정민아, 미리 움직여봐. 하나는 하고 나와야 돼. 미리 보고 움직일 필요 없어. 미리
Play.
Possibly the best rally from the Koreans. Could this be the start of something? Could this spur them? Could the legend Lee and Day have given them some absolutely inspirational advice at the break? I would love to know what he did say. Big improvement though.
7-11.
It's got to give them that belief. They can get through, but they've got to get on the attack and work the rally.
Serves over. 12-7.
Really good. Chae. Got to take this on.
12.
Good poke, followed up well. The Koreans lost the rally before they had to give they didn't have a choice, they had to give the attack away. It was good from them though, it was a lot more aggressive. It's a much better style.
Yeah, if you're going to go down fighting rather than with a whimper. Well, he hasn't missed many of those.
Serves over. 9-13.
The Koreans definitely are asking more questions now. Now, possibly could have a second game on our hands. Oh, this is so much better from the Koreans. It's not even comparable. Massive tactical change. They're making life so much harder for the Chinese, and this is the key. And it starts to put a little bit of doubt in the minds of the Chinese. They think they have to do something totally different. Makes life a little bit uncomfortable for them.
Good.
11-13.
astonishing point, really, because the Koreans didn't do much wrong.
Yep. Best rally of the match by far for me. Longest rally as well, 48 shots.
14-11.
The Chinese defended really well, really well.
There's any number of phenomenal pickups.
Thank you.
That's a big point too. 13-12 otherwise. They've still got that little gap.
I definitely think she's grown as the game's gone on. She had quite a nervy start in the first game. Obviously, won the first game quite comfortably, but as the whole match has gone on, she's got better and better. How did she get that back?
Well, it might have taken a while to become competitive, this match, but the crowd now thoroughly enjoying it. Koreans making much more of a fist of this second game than they did the first.
Yes, humongous improvement, and it was from 11. Taking it on, they're making the Chinese move, they're getting on the attack. The level's so much better than the whole game is. Really testing the Chinese now, Koreans.
자신 있게.
Sudirman, 16-12.
So sharp at the net there.
17-12.
Really good. Short punch of a swing, not big follow through, not big backswing.
Serves over 13-18. Thank you. Serves over 19-13.
I think this has been a great learning experience for Lee, even though it looks likely now it's going to be a losing one.
Put away. And this is the thing, we've seen promise now. We've seen moments of for the Korean pair of the level we know they can play at. It's just sort of a game and a half. I think they were quite off the pace. There's no doubt about it for me as well. These Koreans are only going to get better and better. 18 years old. Lee is kind of first exposure at the highest level like this, and such an experienced partner of Chae, current world champion.
Great play from Chen.
Defense in that rally. They're brilliant. Chae in so much trouble. Not only that, she gets forward and turns the rally around.
Well, Wei Yashin disappointed with that. Still in there battling, the Koreans here. But now they face 4 match points.
Serves over. 20, match point 16. Serves over. 17-20.
Well, late decision to play that. 2 save then.
18,
2 to go.
20.
Well, to keep that alive. And he's down. He's still down. Finally, they get the job done. Well, they crawled over the line in the end. It was a real battling effort from the Koreans in that second game, but ultimately in a losing cause. And Feng and Wei come through in straight games to book themselves a place in tomorrow's final, which will be an all-Chinese affair.
Match won by Feng and 21-14.
Did the damage in the first game, and then the second game was much more competitive. They just always had a slight edge. It's going to be a good final tomorrow, Chris, these two pairs.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I think it's going to be interesting to see how his Achilles or ankle, whatever exactly it was, I just really hope he's fully fit, because then it's going to be an incredible encounter.
A fair few Chinese fans inside the Utility Arena as well that have enjoyed both these mixed doubles semi-finals. Confirmation of the score, 21-14, 21-18. 42 minutes, the official match time. So just confirmation that tomorrow's mixed doubles final is an all-Chinese affair. War and Chen will play Feng and Wei. Some famous names on those trophies. And next up, an all-Chinese men's singles. Chae against Li Shifeng in a couple of minutes. Welcome back to Birmingham and our continuing coverage of the All England Championships 2025. So 2 matches down and we have reached our first singles encounter of semi-final Saturday. Chae and Li Shifeng in an all-Chinese affair. That other semi-final, by the way, you'll see at the end of this first session, Li versus Lanier.